What's happening, everybody? Dave Moorman here with Home Service Business Coach. And if you don't know who I am and what we do, we help home service business owners scale up their home service companies with simple systems and hiring a team of rock stars. And the end result of that is more income and more time freedom from your business. And today I want to touch on those two outcomes, because if you're the typical contractor, you're going to be making these 5 big mistakes that I'm going to be addressing in this video. And so if you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and tell us who you are in the comments. And if you're listening on the podcast, feel free, if there's value here, to share this out with a contractor in your network. So I'm just going to go ahead. We're going to dive right in. Most home service contractors are making anywhere from one of these 5 mistakes to all 5 of them. So you can easily grade yourself at the end of this, okay? So the first big common mistake that I see contractors make that they end up getting stuck in their business is technical perfection, okay? What do I mean by that? Well, the business owner, when you start a business, as you know, there's a lot of different things that need your attention. And we tend to see business owners come from this technical background a lot of times, right? Maybe you were an electrician at a large electrical company and you had a falling out with your boss and you said, screw it, my boss charges $300 an hour. I'm going to go out on my own and charge $100 an hour and cost cut the market. What this business owner will do, though, they'll invest too much of their brain power on improving their electrical services, right? And this could go for window washing, painting, landscaping, electrical, like it doesn't matter. But instead of focusing on the big rocks, right? Like promoting your business, marketing your business, building a brand, and selling your services in order to grow your brand and move this thing to the next level, the business owner will spend their time like researching on like new gadgets that could help them pressure wash the house faster, cut the grass quicker, or they'll be researching how this new AI tool could make the process go a little bit incrementally faster. And like, it's all good to optimize your business, but don't optimize your business and focus on the technical side of things, I believe, until you've achieved some level of growth with your business, right? And that's where people stay stuck, is they've got this $100,000 business and they're like, why doesn't this thing grow? Because if you look at your weekly calendar, there's an excessive amount of hours that are being spent in the fulfillment side of the business, and the sales and marketing side is like, hello, we're over here. We need some attention too from the owner in order to grow this thing. So that's the first big mistake that I see. Business owners come from the trade, they start their own business, and they think if I'm just the best window washer in town or the best house painter with the straightest cut lines, that I will have all the work come to me in the world. And that is just not the case. It's a sad reality, and that's why it's the first big mistake that I see, okay? The second big mistake contractors make is financially over leveraging themselves, okay? So what's the first step in starting a contracting business? You go out and you lease a big truck, right? Because your clients need to see you as the big dog and that you're running a successful company. And so you've got $1,500 amount vehicle payment, right? For your big truck, just for this like image of being like this contractor who has their crap together. That I think is a big mistake, because business owners will take that mindset for their own truck and then they'll go and take out a loan on getting fancy equipment, right? Because you need an $80,000 wash rig in order to wash a home. Well, no, you don't. You just need a minimal viable product to bring dollars in the door. And again, this ties back to point number 1 of this technical perfection mindset. We need to tinker with this thing and do that. All you need to do when you start your business is market your butt off, sell your face off, and grow your brand. Those are the things that are going to move the needle on your business. And so stop taking on unnecessary debt to grow the business. You don't need to take out a $100,000 loan from your uncle in order to make your first $100,000. Like, the home service business is amazing, and that's why I fell in love with it originally, because you don't need to leverage yourself to start. All my home service businesses have started with less than $5,000 and a whole lot of ambition and hard work from myself, the business owner. And like, when you approach your business with that mentality, you train yourself really quick to be profitable with your first truck. And like, the first few jobs, how are we making profit here and investing back into the business? So be very cautious of that one, because in a world of rising costs and rising interest rates and tough economic times, it's the businesses that are over leveraged that won't stand the test of time, because you guys all know this statistics, I told you this before on this channel, 80% of you listening won't see your 5th birthday in business, and 80% of those that do won't see their 10th year in business. So it's, again, just a sad reality. I'm just telling you the facts how it is. Number 3, big common mistake, underpricing yourself, okay? Huge one. Our price book is built between our ears, and we just have this limited mindset that we can only charge X amount because that's what the market will bear, right? So we think, hey, we quit my $40 an hour paying job, painting houses as a lead painter. I'm gonna go charge $50 an hour for my contracting business, and then I'll be killing it. Well, you're wrong, because there's something in business called overhead, like marketing, insurance, paying for equipment, paying for fuel, paying your people, paying your taxes. Like, all these things need to be built into your pricing model. And so most of the companies we end up consulting with in the first couple months working with them, we end up changing their mindset, learning their numbers, and then charging more, and it's reflected in their net profits at the end of the day. So stop staying busy for the sake of staying busy, and start leveling up your mindset for what you actually can charge in your market, because that is the best way to build a service business, I believe, is to go upstream and charge more. And over the coming months of doing that, if you stay strong with that, you will actually start to pull in more affluent buyers into your business. And you will fight back on this for me if you've not yet done this, or if you've tried this and just scratched the surface and a handful of people said no, then you will say that it doesn't work, right? It's someone who says door knocking doesn't work in my market. Well, did you knock on 100 doors to tell me that, or did you knock on 5,000 doors and like really go deep enough to test that? Just scratching the surface, you can't create that final belief as truth if you just scratch the surface. So stop underpricing yourself and start building a brand that can attract premium paying affluent clients, okay? 4th common mistake right here is overworking yourself, okay? We think the business owner has to work the hardest on the team. We have to work 80-hour work weeks because we need to hustle and grind. Well, you don't, and that's why I'm so passionate about my business right now, is that you don't need to work 80 hours a week to build a successful company. You can work a focused 40 to 50 hours and get off the truck, hire people, build systems, and have your team run without the constant involvement of the business owner, okay? I've just seen this time and time again. It's a false belief. We think we need to be the hardest working person. Will the owner care the most? You probably will care the most, yes. Does that mean you have to work the most and put in the most hours? No. Like, if you step back at a high level and you thought if you weren't in the position you are right now and you went to start your business today, I would wager in any market you're in, paying people $20 to $50 an hour, so anywhere from 40 to 100 grand a year, you could have your team run the day-to-day of your business, and you could be left solving the big problems, creating the strategy, setting the vision, meeting with your key people, and really moving this business to where you want it to be. But most business owners can't delay the gratification enough, so they get in and do all the work because they need to and want to make those $30 an hour tasks, right? Well, I'll tell you, there's no $1 million business on earth that was built on the business owner doing $20 an hour tasks. We only have the set amount, 2,000 hours per year to move our business forward. And if we're spent doing $20 an hour tasks, we end up with $40,000 in our back pocket. And that's typically not enough money for you taking all the risk as a business owner. So stop overworking yourself, run your business on a blocked schedule for your own calendar, and audit your time a little bit as a business owner. Goodness me, stop doing all the tasks in your business. 5th mistake, final mistake, is robbing the business financially, okay? There's a chance right now, let's say you have a $400,000 business, you're paying yourself 100 grand from that, you're taking 25% of the overall revenue and paying yourself. I would be wagering a bet that you're not leaving enough profit in the business to fuel the future growth of the business. For my pressure washing business, when I got it going, our first year revenue, $89,000. Our second year revenue, $155,000. Our third year revenue, $582,000. I did not start paying myself until that year. We did almost $600K. Because those first 2 years of seed money doing around 100K, the 40 grand, 50 grand profit, right back into the business. So I can buy that next truck. I can wrap that truck. I can get uniforms. I can hire that office manager. I can pay for my CRM. All these things need cash flow to grow. And when the business owner is taking out globs of cash out of their business, there's not enough for the business to grow. So if you're looking for a quick piece of coaching, look at paying yourself about 10% of what the business revenue actually is. So if you want to take out 100K of your business, you should grow this thing up to close to $1 million that the business can actually justify paying you for this. This will vary on different industries, but again, typically the business owner that's taking out 25% of their overall revenue, they're going to have a tougher time taking the business to that next level. And that next level is hiring a team and building a brand that can run the day-to-day of the business. You may be making all those 5 mistakes, and that's good. You may make 2 of them or 4 of them or 1 of them. It doesn't really matter, because I just want to shine a flashlight on these key principles that you can look inwardly and have some self-reflection and say, which of these is actually really hurting me, and look at this next month to really work on one of those 5 dominoes, okay? So let's stop the technical perfection and nerding out over making things incrementally better, because there's a bigger game to play. 2, let's stop over leveraging ourselves thinking we need the fanciest and the latest, greatest. You can upgrade your stuff over time, vehicles and equipment included. Let's stop underpricing ourselves, okay? There's a big one, 2024. This is the year to actually make profit in your business. The pricing, your price book is the foundation you build your entire business on. So let's really nail this one. 4, let's stop the year of overworking ourselves, okay? If it's meant to be, it's up to me. No, it's up to our team. Let's try and delegate this year and buy back some of our time. And lastly, let's live on a little less. Let's take out what we need from the business, not what we want from the business, because I would rather wait with a vacation home and buying a rental property and getting a nicer car. I'd rather wait with that stuff. Give me 2 years, 4 years, 6 years. Let me first build the business properly with the cash flow of the business, and I will reward myself later. Okay, I'm not saying live on rice and beans. I'm saying sit down with your spouse, your partner, say, what do we need from this business to live per month, right? Is that $9,000 per month, or is that $14,000? Could we live on 10? Let's do that for the next 2 years and invest the extra 4K every month, right? These are the questions and the conversations you should start having if you want to move your service business that next level. Because like I said, at the end of the day, simple systems and hiring a team of rock stars will create more income and create more time freedom from your business. And really that is what it's all about. So go ahead, drop a comment if you got some value in this training today. I'd love to hear which one of these big 5 mistakes you're making. And for those of you keeners that are looking to learn more, if you're curious, how we've now helped over 200 home service contractors get off the tools and build systems for their business for more income and freedom, go ahead and book a call in with our team. I'll put the link below. It's a 20-minute free call, and you can learn and see our exact process of how we've been able to help CEOs now all across the world. So thank you so much for listening. I appreciate you, and it's Dave Moorman with Home Service Business Coach signing off, and I wish you all the success in your business this next year, and hopefully avoiding as many of these 5 mistakes as you possibly can.